Most of them with the cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was surprised how many added sugars.
How many were in there?
6 added,
Okay.
plus the 3 natural.
Yep. Yeah. So those
what
are
do you end up eating? I mean, if you take away all these foods, what do you end up eating?
Steak.
meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. That's what you'll end up eating.
Okay,
So
I mean,
things that you can hunt,
Protein.
yeah.
A lot of protein.
things that you can hunt, kill, or grow. And like we said yesterday, that is not going to be an overnight fix, right? Like, we're humans, we're going to go to a birthday party and we're going to have a cupcake, or a piece of cake. But what we're trying to educate people on, Carol asked, so like, what do you eat then? Like, everything has added sugar in it. So I was telling her, it's hard. A lot of things do have added sugar in it, but if we try to inch our way towards eating a diet that's 90% whole foods and 10% of the processed stuff, that's gonna be a lot better than what we're currently eating, or what 90% of Americans are eating right now.
Restaurants where you can just walk in and order whatever, it's all good to eat. Real life in Sylvania.
Pizza.
What you drink, what you eat, or what you order, it's all plays into
The best thing that you're probably going to find at like restaurants, honestly, is like a breakfast restaurant where you can order like eggs.
I Googled eggs. I want to see how much protein they have. And depending on the size of the egg, about 6 to 7 grams of protein.
Yes, per egg.
Yeah, but when you gotta get up to 100 to 120 grams
Yeah, so they,
of
yeah, you have to eat
protein,
a lot of
6
eggs.
grams is like how many eggs later?
Correct. Right. I mean, yeah, but I mean, who cooks an egg? Who only cooks one egg?
Right.
Like, if I'm cooking eggs, I'm cooking like 4, you know?
Chicken breast has like 38 grams.
Yes, yep. So that's great that you guys are starting to just be a little bit more mindful of, the added sugars that are in our food. And like I was telling Carol, if you really try to concentrate on just, switching one thing per week. So maybe for you, Steve, that's you're eating the Kodiak cake or the oatmeal. Maybe you add some additional protein to that. Maybe you don't even take anything away yet, It doesn't always have to be a takeaway. You can incorporate things into your diet, and it's sometimes just as beneficial, okay? Any questions on what we talked about yesterday? We're gonna kind of build off that today. And I like to talk, I know that the title of this, 5 Buckets of Death, sounds scary, but we'll kind of circle around, and I think that this will kind of help you understand what our goal here is. And if you think of all the different ways that you can die, there's 5 different categories. So that's why it's called the 5 Buckets of Death. And the different categories are chronic, microbic, genetic, toxic, and kinetic. So basically any way that you can die can be put into one of these buckets. And I should say, if you guys go onto your Push Press app, the founder of CrossFit, his name is Greg Glassman, he actually did this same exact talk. And so it's on your app. And so you can literally just scroll down and you can watch this same exact thing coming from Greg Glassman, and you'll kind of get 2 different, perspectives on the same topic. So let's list some different ways that you can die, and I'm gonna start putting them in these different categories. Go for it. Heart disease.
Chronic diseases, cancer.
Old age.
Where does it go? I just looked at Brett and I was like, it's not chronic. I feel like when you die of old age, what do you die of though?
Pneumonia.
What's a natural cause?
Old age.
I don't know.
The heart could stop, you just wore out.
So, okay, so heart failure,
Yeah.
heart disease, absolutely. Old age, that's,
Well, that might be a sixth bucket.
yes.
Truly old age.
If it's truly like 120 and your body is just done, but you have absolutely no chronic disease, then yes, that might be a sixth bucket, Yansan. All right, so keep naming some different things. Let's get some different things in these categories. That's awesome. Kinetic,
Poisoning.
that would be toxic. So like,
OD,
yeah, overdose, snake bites,
liver failure,
Fire bite, yeah.
liver failure,
Diabetes.
diabetes.
Kidneys.
I would argue that OD, if somebody poisons you, it would go in there, but if you do it to yourself, it's chronic.
OD, yeah.
Yeah.
We're learning, so yeah, we're learning more about that. So I could put OD here. Overdose, not to yourself. So you're, what are you saying, like,
Somebody poisons you, like Charlie Manson was cyanide.
okay, yeah.
But if you're just absorbing fentanyl, it's going to be chronic.
Vaccines,
Somebody said spider bite, like allergic reaction, what is that? Or poisonous spiders.
yeah, spider bite, toxic.
And is allergic reaction the same? Like you're allergic to bee stings you get when you don't treat?
Yes, because, so kinetic is anything that's moving. So like your car accidents, your gunshots, your fire. Genetic would be anything that you're born with. So like sickle cell.
Family history. Does that fall under genetic?
Autism.
And I'll say this. I'll explain that in a second. I'm sorry. We were talking about, oh, I was saying like, yeah, sickle cell for genetics, something that you're born with, a condition that you're born with. What's another, like,
What is Parkinson's?
They said mine is when my kids
Is
I
that
got
genetic?
for my mother.
nope, that's chronic. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Like Parkinson's or multiple sclerosis?
I was just gonna say MS. I think MS would be genetic. And then somebody said, I was gonna come back to your vaccines.
I mean, look how many people died from COVID.
Yes. I don't know if that would fall into toxic.
I would say it would be toxic because you're injecting a foreign substance in your body and wondering what's
Yeah. Some of these are good. Like, so it's great whenever I give this talk, someone always throws something new at me. And like last time, somebody threw, well, like natural disasters. And I ended up putting that in kinetic, like hurricanes or tsunamis or things like that. Microbic, when I think of microbic, I think of bugs. So like malaria, I think would be like bug related. COVID, bug related.
Lyme disease?
Yeah. Yeah, what's that? What do you get from mosquitoes?
Lyme, that's the malaria, right?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. What?
West Nile virus. is
Yeah.
also, yeah.
So your microbic is like your bugs, okay? Your genetic, you're born with. Your kinetic is those car accidents, moving parts that get you to die. Your toxic, your snake bites, your spider bites, your vaccines. And then your chronic is basically everything else. Bird flu?
Right. Yeah, that's the other one.
Okay. And then vaccines. So we could go on and on, keep putting different things in different categories. But what I like to say is that this is the willful divide. Okay? This is lifestyle choices. And why I put family history here is because it's kind of like having a family history of alcoholism. Your dad can be an alcoholic, but if you never touch alcohol, you will never be an alcoholic. It's the same thing with family history. If your parent, or if as a kid, if you never eat sugar, you're not probably going to end up with these. So it's not family history. It's probably how you were brought up and raised and what you ate. But it is not, heart disease is not passed on from generation to generation. It's your eating habits that are passed on. Does that make sense? Yes. So that, and we're finding, all the research shows now that cancer, even people who are in recovery, it's a metabolic disease. So if you have a sound diet and you eliminate sugar, cancer, when you're in ketosis, it's very, very difficult for cancer to grow in your body. We'll put it that way. Simple. Okay? Something very interesting is, this is the willful divide, right? What gets us here, what does that say? It's sad what happens to get us there is the standard American diet. Okay? That's what we're trying to educate people on inside of these four walls. We want you guys to live a longer life and to increase your quality of life. We want you to be grandparents and be able to play with your great-grandchildren and your grandchildren. We want you to be down on the floor with them, playing with them. You're not going to be able to do that if you continuously overconsume processed carbohydrates, because it's going to put you in this category. And when you're in this category, it's going to be very, very difficult to meet your great-grandchildren and your grandchildren.
When you say processed carbohydrates, aren't carbohydrates vegetables and fruits?
Yes, but those are not processed.
Not processed.
So when I say processed carbs, I'm talking about the inside aisles of the grocery store, things that you cannot grow.
Okay.
So fruits and vegetables you can grow in your backyard, okay to eat. Processed carbs, crackers, you can't grow a cracker in your backyard. Okay. Right? Can't grow a tortilla. I really wish you could, but it doesn't just come up on a plant. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, the processed versus unprocessed. All right. The crazy part with this, guys, and we saw this 5 years ago, is when you end up with something in one of these categories and you have a chronic disease, the likelihood of you living through that is slim. We've seen this with COVID firsthand, right? It was started in a microbic bucket. It was born from a bug. But then if you had any of these things in the chronic disease bucket, and the government called that a comorbidity, you had two different buckets that you were in, basically. And we saw it. The likelihood of you living was slim to none. If you got COVID and you were dealing with heart disease, if you had cancer, if you had diabetes, okay? I can assure you that if you got COVID, or if you were in a car accident, or you got a snake bite, and you did not have anything chronic disease related, the likelihood of you surviving that is much greater than if you had COVID, than if you had chronic disease, okay? And we saw that play out 5 years ago, unfortunately. What will keep us away from this bucket is moving our bodies every single day and eating a diet of meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, no sugar. It's easy to say, it's very difficult to execute. That's why we're telling you guys to start small. Focus on one thing each week that you can change in your diet. And then you can continuously build upon that. Okay? Is there any questions on this or anything you want to add, Brett?
I would just say if you want some extra guidance, start writing down everything you eat or drink. Bring it in. I can look at it and we can give you some feedback that you can implement immediately. So between now and Thursday, or between now and Friday, write down everything you put in your mouth. Bring it into class and I can look at it and give you some feedback.
So we're not here tomorrow?
No.
Yep. So tomorrow's a rest day.
Some stuff that I wrote down every day.
Perfect. Bring it in. Yeah.
Did one of, and I don't remember who mentioned there was an app that we could download to start putting our, what we eat on.
Yeah, there's 2 different apps I would recommend. The first one would be Macros First. The second one would be MyFitnessPal. Both of those are free apps that you can log your food on. Okay. Yep. So super easy to track your food on there.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which one we use, just so we use one.
Yeah. On Thursday, when you guys come back, Thursday and Friday, I'm gonna have some additional handouts for you guys to help you with grocery shopping and to help you just start thinking about planning meals and things like that. So I'll give you those on Thursday or Friday. I just wanted to kind of today, at least, and yesterday, put some information in your head just to kind of get the wheels turning, okay? Like I said, this is not going to be an overnight change. See ya, Helen. I hope your husband's okay. Any questions for me?
When you say you're giving us that guide for shopping, are you giving examples like this meal put together?
It's not going to be full meals, no. I mean, but you could, a lot of people like to, 2 things. A lot of people like to overcomplicate meals. Pick a protein, pick a fruit or vegetable to go with it. It can be super simple, you know? Some ground beef and some strawberries. It doesn't need to be these elaborate meals. The second thing is we post a recipe, a free recipe on our website every single day. High protein, high fat, very low carb.
I was going to do all that last night. I went home. I was 6 for everything.
Yep. So you can go ahead and head to our website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and there's a new recipe posted every single day. If you like click back days, I mean, we've had it on there since it's been March. So you can get 2 months worth of, yeah.
So you're saying not app, website?
Yeah, so this is the recipes are posted on our website, not the app.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the app, do we need to be going in and reserving?
You can if you would like to. It's a good habit to get into, especially, it's a good habit to get into, but if you forget to, it's fine. We can check you in. Any other questions? All right, guys, good job today. Remember, we're not here tomorrow, but we'll see you Thursday at 11 a.m., okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a wonderful day.
Go outside and move your body tomorrow.